Neither Taiwan nor the United States seeks to change the status quo across the strait. A peaceful order has enabled the economic rise of countries across Asia. Only Beijing seeks to upend the status quo. Many wargame planners also believe the PLA's best and most likely strategy would involve a first strike on U.S. forces in the region to try and neutralize us and cow our allies. Neither the U.S. nor Taiwan had nearly enough critical munitions in theater to deter the CCP. So if we want to have a hope of preventing war, and that's what it's all about, we need to provide Taiwan with the weapons that they've purchased. We must clear the backlog, the $19 billion FMS backlog. That is an embarrassment. We also need to reinvigorate our defense industrial base yesterday and start cranking out critical munitions like long-range anti-ship missiles. It's imperative to get our allies and partners on board with the idea of economic deterrence long before any shooting starts. Russian sanctions negotiations will look like a cakewalk by comparison.
It must be clear that the goal of these recommendations are to actively deter aggression and prevent conflict. We must prevent a war. We must prevent a Cold War and a hot war, any hostilities with regard to Taiwan. But the way to do that is we have to be prepared. The findings and recommendations in the report are consistent with the Taiwan Relations Act and the U.S. One China policy that have been the foundation for peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait for decades. But make no mistake, the CCP's increasingly aggressive words and action toward Taiwan are to be taken seriously, and appropriate policies are necessary to deter further aggression and avoid conflict. The recommendations include jumpstarting our munitions industrial base and quickly providing Taiwan with weapon systems already approved by Congress. It focuses on developing joint plans with allies and partners and boosting economic engagement, including a tax agreement, advancing trade negotiations, and joint standards and procedures to combat coercive economic policies.